Welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone. Well, there's a lot of things that I really care about in this world, and one of the things that is close to my heart is World AIDS Day. I have a lot of friends that have been through this, and it is coming up on the 1st of December. I wanted to highlight that and bring in John Parker. Now, he's the executive director of a local organisation here called AVOL. Welcome to the show,
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
It's good to be here.
Okay, I want you to tell everyone out there who's watching today what AVOL is as an organisation and what is the background of it.
Absolutely. AVOL was formed in the mid-'80s to respond to the HIV and AIDS crisis at the time. At the time, we were losing a lot of people, and the original AIDS volunteers was a group of community members who got together and said, we need to do something to help our friends who are dying. And so they got together an organization, and since that time, 30 years later, we have been working people living in the community, not only in Lexington, but throughout eastern Kentucky, living with HIV. Basic support services, housing services, HIV testing, a number of things AVOL is in place to respond to.
Well, talk to us about how far we've come in the fight against HIV. What's the current situation?
Absolutely. We have about 3,000 people, give or take, in central and eastern Kentucky living with HIV. The scary thing is about 1 in 5 of those folks do not know they're infected. So it's very important that we get people tested so they know their status so they can get them into treatment. HIV 30 years ago, we lost a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of hope. Today, with medications and medical care and a number of support services that we can provide, we actually see people become healthier. We actually see levels of the virus decrease in their body. And when that happens, those folks are less likely to give it to other people. So we have a prevention aspect happening in the treatment. But then also, once we get someone tested, and this is a little HIV test, takes 20 minutes to get the results back.
Wow.
Years ago, it took 2 weeks. Now we can do it in 20 minutes with a mouth swab. We can get them to connected to care so quickly through the Bluegrass Care Clinic at UK, Movable Feast, the Health Department, AVOL, a number of organizations that work in this area.
And I think you've answered my next question. How is AVOL responding to this need
Absolutely.
in our community?
Yeah, and you know, one of the greatest needs, in addition to identifying folks who are HIV positive in the services, is we have a real crisis in eastern Kentucky because we don't have a lot of prevention happening, and there is a potential outbreak there because of the increase in injecting drug use and hepatitis C. So we're trying to put together efforts to reach out further into eastern Kentucky.
So talk to us about World AIDS Day. I know
Absolutely.
coming up on the 1st. What do you have going on?
We are so excited. We have a community group that has come together, and we love this when this happens, through the arts and community groups bubble up with an idea. And what we have happening at the Lyric Theater on December 1st, 7 p.m. is Positively Unbreakable. It's a play that's going to be locally produced that's focused on the heterosexual community and the African American community. So we have a little bit of a different perspective there, but it's full of education. It's also entertaining, but it's full of education and really shows everyday people and what happens when they struggle to understand their diagnosis.
Well, we really appreciate that, and as you can see, Positively Unbreakable at the Lyric Theatre there. Up on your screen now, it runs from the 1st of December at 7 p.m. You can also see the 2nd and 3rd there as well.
Absolutely.
For tickets, make sure you head over to the website up on your screen, or you can give that number a call. We'll have all the information up on our screen. Very quickly before we leave, what do you want people to know moving forward into the future? Very quickly.
HIV testing is free, quick. Go to avolky.org. We're open testing times during the week, Mondays and Wednesdays. Know your status. It's very empowering.
I appreciate that. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in. We're
Thanks for
here.
having me.
We're going to talk all the things that we need to know about your organisation as well. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.